Morning, welcome back to the channel. Today we're talking about one tip to massively improve your interior photography. Let's jump straight in. Okay, so as the intro says, we are talking about one tip to change your interior photography. This is something I incorporated into my work quite recently and it has absolutely changed the way I do interior shoots. So personally, I hate it when you watch a video and they're like, oh, do this one thing to change how you do something, and then you have to wait to the end of the video for them to actually tell you what it is. So I'm just going to tell you, it's HDR photography. There you go, stick around to find out more. So a quick background on HDR photography. It stands for high dynamic range. Put simply, HDR photography is taking multiple images at different exposures, combining them all together to make one image with a massive range of exposure values in that image. So effectively, you could use a cheap camera with not very good high dynamic range, take multiple exposures, and you could have the highlights which are blown out behind me right now and the shadows under here, all values of that all within one image. There are loads of tutorials going more in depth on this and you can find them on YouTube. I'm not going to go in detail, but that's the basics of it. Combining multiple images at multiple different exposures to create one image with a large range of exposure, high dynamic range. So it wasn't really till recently that I saw the value in HDR photography and realised that I have actually been using it in my work before. I just didn't really pay attention to the fact it's HDR that I'm doing. But with interior shots, when you're shooting interior which has massive windows, take this room for example, I've got these big bay windows. If I'm shooting from that and looking at the windows, to get even exposure of the room as a whole, the windows are going to be blown out. Unless it's taken early in the day and the sun's not as bright or whatever, the windows are going to be blown out because of the light coming in. Obviously, when we're looking at it with our human eyes, when we look at this scene, it's not blown out. Our eyes have a much wider high dynamic range than cameras. So to get really good results and for it to look more real, it's actually helpful to have the highlights not blown out. So I do this one of two ways when I do interior photography. It depends. If there's lots of shadows in the image, I'll do 3 photos. If there's not many shadows and I can get all the shadows looking normal in the even exposure shot, I'll only do 2 images. So say I'm taking this shot right now. I'll set the camera up on the tripod. I will expose it normally, how it is exposed right now. I'll then take a photo exposing for the highlights, exposing for this window right here. So everything outside looks normal, that's exposed as normal. I will then take an overexposed image so the shadows aren't really, really dark. Okay, so you'll then get 2 or 3 images that look like this. Okay, so to do this in Lightroom, you want to select the images you're going to combine. You want to go to Photo, Photo Merge, and HDR. And then in this pop-up window that comes up, you just want to hit OK, and then you'll end up with an image that looks like this. But yeah, simple as that, easy as that. One simple trick to improve photography, HDR, just take multiple images, different exposures, combine them together afterwards. Just make sure you're exposing it well for that specific area of the image. If you're exposing for highlights, you don't want it underexposed, so it's even underexposed in the highlight areas. You want that to be perfectly exposed. You want your midtones perfectly exposed, and you want your shadows perfectly exposed. And then you're going to get some great results. So as always, that's it from me. If you like the video, please drop a thumbs up down below. It does massively help out. Subscribe and see more of the content, all the other stuff that YouTube's tells us to do. And I'll see you in the next one. Don't forget to take the shot, and peace.